it's interesting to notice that the life of Jesus is full of revolutionary statements. One of those statements is, the last shall be the first, and whoever desires to be the greatest has to be a servant. And, as Christians, maybe if you've heard this phrase a lot of times, it kind of becomes this like commonplace phrase. Oh yeah, we need to be servant. We need to be giving ourselves away to people around us instead of seeking our own selfish pride. And we're kind of like, yeah. But like, do we really grasp the significance of this phrase? What is Jesus really saying there? What does he mean by the last shall be the first? He's hitting at our drive to be successful and great, right? So we're all driven. We all have a picture of the good life. We all have a picture of success that we strive after. Whether that's your career or relationships or affirmation from people on the internet, whether it's your religious lifestyle, whatever it is that you do to receive a feeling of success and confidence and greatness. We're all driven by that same universal drive. Now, the interesting thing about all of the common human drive for greatness is we seek to receive from the world around us that satisfaction, that sense of greatness. We give to the world. We do all that we do in the world by our nature to receive. We look to the world around us by our sinful nature. We look to the world around us to receive that sense of greatness. When Jesus says the greatest one in the kingdom is the one who is the last one, is the one who is the servant, what he's really saying there is that a disciple of Christ, a person who has received the fullness of God's kingdom in Jesus and in the forgiveness that Jesus gives, this is a person who has received so much that he is done seeking to receive. This is a person who is genuinely satisfied that he wants to give to others, build others up, that his view of greatness is all about how much good he can do to other people. But the thing is, though, you cannot be this kind of person. We all commonly will acknowledge it's such a good virtue to be a giving person. You can never become a giving person, a true giving person, not a person who gives and then thinks about, oh, how good I am, or how am I going to get in return? What am I going to get in return from being such a good person? A true giving person, you can only become a true giving person if you are truly satisfied. Like that there's no other way, right? If you are truly satisfied, if you in your heart perceive yourself to be completely done seeking the thing that satisfies your heart, then you become a person who sees themselves as wealthy, as one who can give away and never be done giving, because your source of satisfaction comes from God's love, which is revealed in Jesus in your life. So when you consider everything Jesus did, you have to ask yourself, not only is this like getting me out of condemnation or guilt, but do you perceive yourself to be truly satisfied, truly amazed and overwhelmed with God's love in Jesus, in his death for your sin, in his resurrection and giving you new life, in the new community he gives you in the life of the church? When you look at all that, are you done seeking? Are you done thirsting? Are you done looking to the world to receive something that's going to make you feel great? If you receive that full rest of the finished work of all that God has done, you become a person who is a giver. And it slowly transforms the questions you ask. It transforms the goals you set. Instead of thinking of what you can receive from people, you just start to think about, well, how can I learn to be a giver? How can I build others up? How can I serve? How can I share Christ's love more effectively with my life? And in Jesus' kingdom, that's the great person. That's the person who is reflecting the greatness of God. Because the only one who is fully, truly great is God, and God doesn't need anything. He gives himself to us. Even when he demands our worship, it's because he loves us, and he knows that in worshiping him, we find our greatest joy. He's giving himself to us. And so when you are a giver, when you are satisfied in the giving God, you become a giver. You become you become a servant, because you are full of the greatness of God. And everything you do reflects how satisfying, how amazing, how supreme God is.